I have to give you an impersonation?
Yeah, you have to. You don't have a choice.
If Drew turns around, then I'll give you an impersonation. He's like, did I do that? That one? Is that good? Yo, I'm Tyrese Haliburton, and this is Bag Talk. And put a bunch of things in this bag. I don't know what they are, but we're about to find out. A John Cena action figure. I'm a big wrestling fan, have been since I was a kid. John Cena being my favorite wrestler, I think this is why this action figure is in here. I actually almost bought an action figure on eBay the other day for my game room, but it looks like I have one now, so I'm saving bread on that. My Uncle Gary, got me into wrestling because he knew if I cried enough, I could convince Mom to buy the pay-per-views every weekend. So he used to come over, we'd have dinner, and my mom would buy the pay-per-view. We'd watch wrestling. And then when I was like probably 5 years old, I met my first wrestler. I met Shelton Benjamin at the time. He was the Intercontinental Champion at the time. And I was terrified because I didn't know if like somebody was gonna come in there and like beat him up because like they all wrestle. So I remember like vividly crying going into that. But that is definitely my first memory. This is a referee shirt. I would assume that this is in the bag because of my dad. My dad is a referee in Wisconsin. He refs basketball, football, volleyball. And when I was in high school, my mom stopped feeding into my clothing and shoe addiction and stopped giving me money for it. So the way I'd make money for it was I'd ref with my dad on the weekends, and that's how we bonded. So I used to go with him on the weekends. You get like $25 a game. So I used to ref like 12 games, 12 hours, make like $300, do that Saturday and Sunday. We'd ref like 4th grade girls or something like that. And so I'd leave the weekend with like $600, and then I would go on eBay on Monday and buy some Jordans. So that was that's how it worked all the time.
What kind of referee were you? Were you tough? Were you pretty lenient?
I'm that ref that wants to get out of there as fast as possible. So I'm not calling any fouls unless it's absolutely blatant, and I'm trying to speed the game up as much as possible. So if you call a 30-second timeout, you're probably getting 15. If you call a full timeout, you're probably getting 45 seconds. We hurry it up at halftime. Our court is always ahead of every other court in the gym. So I take pride in that, in being a ref who, no fouls, let's just get out of here. Loving Basketball on Blu-ray. Wow. But Loving Basketball was my favorite movie as a child. My parents used to stop me from crying, so they would just put it on the TV. I've probably seen this movie, man, at a minimum 200 times. I feel like I can quote every line in the movie. I reference it a lot these days. The main character, Quincy McCall, that's actually why I wore 22 in college, is because of this movie. I think the main character is Omar Epps, is that right? And when I got drafted, Omar Epps sent me a video, and that was really cool. But yeah, I've seen this movie so many times. I have his Crenshaw jersey. Yeah, this movie everything about my childhood is about this movie. Anytime this movie's on TV, my mom or dad FaceTime me and have to show me that it's on the TV. What else we got in here, Jade? Ah, wow. A Rejuvenator Starter Kit, shoe cleaning stuff. So when I was in high school, I don't know how y'all know this about me. This is crazy. Not a lot of people know this about me. When I was in high school, I started like my own little business where I'd clean people's shoes. Back then, like 2016, like the Roshi Run were like the main shoe. So everybody used to give me their Roshis, so I would clean them, like scrub them down, the whole sole, the upper, and then I would put them in like a pillowcase, tie the pillowcase up like a hair tie, throw them in the washer, and they'd look like brand new. So that was like my thing. Then I got into like painting a little bit, so I'd clean my shoes, then I'd take everybody's Roshis and paint the Nike sign. So like I made like everybody give me their white Roshis, black Nike sign, orange Nike sign. And I am the worst painter in the world. I don't know why I wanted to do that. And I actually had like a Facebook page, and like it was called like Reese Restorations. You guys could actually probably find it these days. but I hope it's not on Facebook anymore. But yeah, that is what I used to do. These are suspenders. I'm trying to think why.
Is there anyone that you know that you like that maybe was famous for?
Okay. My favorite TV show growing up was Family Matters. My parents were very lenient, like always had TV on in bed. So when I was a kid, like Nick at Night was like becoming a thing, and so this was always on, or Family Matters was always on. Like The Nanny maybe was on Nick at Night. George Lopez be on late at night. I always would wake up in the middle of the night and George Lopez be on TV. But like, I think Family Matters came on at like, I want to say 8 or 9. So I'd watch Family Matters, and Family Guy was always on at 10. So I would change to Adult Swim and watch Family Guy. But yeah, Family Matters is like, I guess like my comfort show these days. Like if I'm trying to take a nap or something, I just throw Family Matters on. I'm surprised I've actually never been that for Halloween. I don't think I will now because I like to do more things that are out there. But yes, Family Matters is a big show for me that I used to watch all the time when I was a kid.
Can you give us your best impersonation?
What's his line all the time? It's like, did I do that? That one? Yeah.
Give us an impersonation. That wasn't an impersonation.
I have to give you an impersonation?
Yeah, you have to. You don't have a choice.
If Drew turns around, then I'll give you an impersonation. But I think it goes like, I can't even do it right now, bro. It's like, he's like, did I do that? That one? Is that good? What else we got in here? What is this? That's why. Okay, I get it. Troy Bolton, East High? East High, yeah, East High, dang. Jersey. I actually wore 14 in high school as well. Not because of this, but I wore 14. I grew up in an era of High School Musical. I think I was in kindergarten when the first one came out. I saw the third one in theaters with my little brother and my parents. My girlfriend, the first movie we ever watched together was High School Musical 1. Every date was, the first 3 dates were High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, and High School Musical 3. I guess this movie holds some value there. But yeah, I can recite a lot of the songs. That's like on my playlist that's not shared on Apple Music, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know that I know it, but like, I know it, you feel me? Like I'll shuffle all my music sometimes and it'll come on and it ain't getting skipped. I have a playlist with my girlfriend as well, which is a lot of songs that all of us have been together, or for as long as we've been together, and it is very heavy High School Musical, so we listen to it a lot. What's this? ChickfilA sauce. I know why this is here. I'm a big ChickfilA person. I bet if you pull up every picture of us going to the plane, I more than likely have ChickfilA in my hand, and if I don't, that means I ate it on the way to the airport and threw it in the garbage. I personally am not that big of a fan of Chick-fil-A sauce, which might be a little crazy. I do barbecue and honey mustard and kind of mix it. But yes, I'm a big Chick-fil-A person. I probably have the most Chick-fil-A points out of anybody that anybody knows. I don't know the exact number, I will get it for you, but in high school, we used to go like after every game. We went as a team one time and I'd always scan my points and get all the points. Cause like, if somebody would pay for it, then I would, scan and get my points. So my points are very loaded up. NCAA Football. I bought a 360 during COVID, specifically for NCAA. It was like, I started to stream, so I would stream like Dynasty Mode and Road to Glory. This is one of my favorite games of all time. Play it all the time to this day. Shout out to all the modders that have kept the NCAA game alive to this day. If you know, on PC, you can play it with all the current rosters, current jerseys, all that stuff. I am a big fan of NCAA sports, so this is, this is why it's here.
When you open the new NCAA, start your Road to Glory file, what position is your player and where's he going to go to school?
A cornerback. I hate playing defense in anything, but on the video games, I like it because I like baiting quarterbacks, interceptions, all that stuff. And I'm gonna go to Iowa State. I don't play around. Like if I'm playing a college football game, I'm playing as Iowa State. College anything, I'm Iowa State. If I'm playing an NBA game, I'm the Pacers. I'm not anybody else. So I didn't work this hard to be anybody else. So I'm only gonna be my teams. I'm Tyrese Haliburton, and thank you for watching.